It's the NFL on EA Sports. And if it's in the game, it's in the game.
We're just moments away from the action.
And it's coming up next.
Well, they don't call them the faithful for nothing, Brock. Fans numbering 70,000 strong and made the trek to Santa Clara, and they're ready to cheer on their 49ers here at Levi's Stadium. Welcome to another entertaining matchup, folks. Kate Scott, Brock Heward on the call in this one. And Brock, got a couple of running backs down on the field who can really take over their offenses when they get in the groove.
And I think that's going to be the ultimate goal of both of these offenses, right? I mean, there's just no confusion about it. They want to get their bell cow in that groove and get them going. Find that rhythm where they're ripping off chunk yardage, run after run, and then just keep on feeding that beast. In a game like this, whichever offense could get that rhythm and run game going first is likely going to be your winner.
Cam Little out for the opening kick. And off we go in Santa Clara. Here's a return from the 7. They'll have decent field position to begin with here, Brock. He's tackled just beyond that 30-yard line. So here come the 49ers for their opening drive. Leading them out, a player known, yes, for that draft status, but also as a great methodical passer. I know you love this guy, Brock. The last pick of the 2022 draft, it's Brock Purdy.
You know, Kate, people won't stop recognizing Brock Purdy as Mr. Irrelevant right at first, but they better start recognizing his game. He shed that label of his draft status to me long ago. He proved there is no fluke to his talent. He knows how to see it, how to feel it, how to deliver it, and most importantly, he knows how to elevate the people around him.
Kittle brings it in. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
2nd and 3 now. Working out of the gun, it's Purdy. He'll get it to Brandon Ayuk. And he'll be brought down a step or two shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. They get an even 10 on that play. And it brings up a San Francisco first down.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
Purdy on first down. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
All right, first sack on the board on the first drive as a defense. And now, well, now we let the chess match begin. The adjustments begin because we know pressure leads to sacks. And sacks in this league often leads to wins.
All right, here we go. 2nd down. Another try following the sack. Completed over the middle. And it's going to be about a 3-yard pickup in the end. Stopped by Foye Oluokun.
I feel so bad. I really do. And I don't mean this sarcastically, Kate. I feel bad for these guys in coverage. I don't know how you defend some of these players today because they get that drag route, they get one step inside of you. Well, there's very little you can do other than make the tackle.
3rd and long for him here. Complete beyond the marker. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and ducking the ball.
Offense already looking like they're in mid-game form. They've got it down to the 32. Purdy throwing here on first. He's on the move. Now he takes it. He gets a little something out of it before sliding to a stop.
That is quarterback play 101. Maybe not the first chapter of it, but man, is that important. Getting downfield, get what you can with your legs, then most importantly, protect yourself. Get down and don't take any extra contact.
from the 29. A lot of players around this one, and it is intercepted. Chad Muma's got it. And the Jaguars get the football on the first turnover of the contest. Wow, what an exciting start to this game, Brock. Apologies to the former QB and you. It's not an opening drive touchdown, but an interception instead.
Yeah, exciting for one side. That would be the defense. Demoralizing for the other side as an offense. First salvo, listen, it goes to the defense. And now it really sets the stage for what I love and what you love, Kate. In this game of adjustments, in the game of back and forth, who's going to respond next?
They'll get this drive started. First and 10. Here's Travis Etienne on the ground. And they beat him to the edge. That run stopped back at the line. No progress on first down, and that'll bring up second and 10.
These big D tackles in this league, they love weaponizing their size right in the middle of the field. It is so hard to clear lane against him. And once he got his paw on him, it was dead on arrival.
Out of the gun, Lawrence. He's got Brown on the slant. He picks up 15 on the play. And that'll be good for a Jacksonville first down.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
They'll head up first and 10 from the 42. Inside handoff goes to Etienne. He's found some space as he crosses the 45. And he's down all the way to the 30. He'll move the sticks after ripping off a gain of 28.
No frills, nothing fancy. That was just a good old offensive line dominated in the trenches. And that sprung him to get to the second level and beyond.
First and 10 now from the 30. Here's Lawrence to throw. Hits him on the out route. And he's brought down. They're going to mark him at the 14. That's 16 on the pickup. And that's a Jaguar first down.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only one? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for first and 10. Working inside the red zone. Escapes the pocket. And he protects himself with a slide there after a decent gain.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play. And denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
Second and 3 now. They motion the tight end over. On second down, it's Etienne. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Hey, range is not an optional feature for middle linebackers in today's game. It's a prerequisite for the job. And this guy definitely has it. Followed that play from the start, and he ended it with a loss.
Third and 4 coming up now. Lawrence working from the gun. And no one had a shot at that. It's out of the back of the end zone, incomplete.
Well, you got to have a short memory in the NFL. Incompletions happen. Now you got to make the adjustment and go get the next one.
Cam Little getting the call on fourth down here to put 3 up for the Jaguars. This only a chip shot from the right hash. The kick by Shudak is good. And that's going to get them on the scoreboard.
I never saw a play script that ended with a field goal. It was always a touchdown that you wanted. But that's 3 points, and it's enough to give them the lead.
all set for the kickoff. Little with the honors. Returning it from the 4. He's stopped on the return at the 27. San Francisco headed out for its second possession of the game. They threw the interception on their opening drive, Brock, but that's right from their memory as they head back out now.
Yeah, it's got to be, right? When you throw that pick early, you've got to flush it. The defense helped with that, holding that offense on the other side to just a field goal and giving this offense now some hope as they take the field again.
And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Here's the first carry for Christian McCaffrey. And he's brought down for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Offense to the line for 2nd down. Running back sent in motion. Shotgun snap for Purdy. On target to his back. Here's Christian McCaffrey. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31.
Just get this guy touches. I don't care how. I don't care when. Just find unique ways to get this running back the ball, and over time, he's going to make you pay.
3rd and 6 for them to figure out now. From the gun is Purdy. Getting out to his left. He's running for it. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. That one gains 7. And that's a 49er 1st down.
You know, before the snap, right before the snap, you may have to take off if the read isn't there. That was a great adjustment made at the perfect time for the 1st down.
Short side option here. He's running left. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a 24-yard gash, and it gives them the 1st down.
That right there, that will make the coaches happy. He didn't just get the 1st down, but got a healthy chunk of bonus yards afterwards.
New set of downs for him at the 38. Whiteout's getting involved in the ground game. And he won't get anything there. Several defenders nearby to hold him up. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
This wide receiver run game, what it really does, Kate, is it tests the soundness of your defense. How assignment sound are you? Well, that was an excellent example of this defense doing its work on the practice field and, more importantly, put into execution on the game field.
He's going to keep it this time. It looks like we can call it about 4 yards in the end. Stopped by Foye Oluokun.
Tick, 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 tick. You know, his internal... Listen to it. He was able to make something out of nothing and at least move them forward.
So now here's 3rd and 5. They kick the running back in motion. 3rd and short. Here's Purdy. He's on the move. And they get to him as he was trying to make something happen. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
My goodness, was that some kind of speed off the edge. There's only a handful of tackles in this league that have the lateral movement to stay in front of an end like that. It may be time for this quarterback to start mixing up his cadence, his count, certainly making sure this defensive end can't get off the way that he has.
So 4th down, and out heads the steady leg of Thomas Morstead to punt. And this looks like it got just inside the 20 as it flew out, and indeed it did. They're putting the ball at the 19-yard line. 2nd drive coming up for the Jacksonville offense. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Now Lawrence on the play fake. Finding Thomas near the sideline. And they're going to touch him down after a short pickup.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes second and third down a whole lot easier to manage.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Lawrence throwing here. Connection made. Travis Etienne. And he crosses the sideline a yard or two beyond, looks like the 30. Give him 9 on that play, and it's enough for the first.
To this day, I can still see the faces of the big guys in the huddle. When you call a screen like that, instead of them just getting knocked backwards, they get to be salesmen. They get to push those linemen downfield and then tee off and go hit somebody like they did right there.
Here's Etienne on first down. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Pickup of 8 on the run, and that sets up 2nd and 2.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. They go right back to Etienne. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. Finds him on the crossing route. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Lawrence. This time they're going to get there, and they drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Sometimes I wish everybody could feel what that feels like. When you're a QB and you just feel the air in the pocket getting sucked out, and you know there's no escape, it can be just one heck of a deflating feeling. Now for that defense, who puts a sack on the board.
Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. They'll give this up the middle to Etienne. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. A 4-yard run, but it doesn't help a ton. It's 3rd and 12.
You know, Kate, one of the reasons it's so hard to run the ball in the NFL is to move grown men off their spot against their will. You get a run play like that, you've done your job. You've moved them against their will, and you've set yourself up for some later success.
He beams one deep right side. And he's there to send that one away incomplete. First time this game they've looked to him. And that brings up 4th and long.
The ability to track the ball, right? Ball skills isn't just knocking it away, and that's a beautiful job there, Kate. The ball skills is also being able to track a ball on a deeper throw like that. If he doesn't swat it away, you're looking at a huge game.
Punt team is on now, and they get this away. And it can't hurt you with a return if you just kick it out of bounds, right? This one flies out right around the 15-yard line. Now the 49ers getting set to go on offense. Things sure have started out rough, and they've stayed that way through 2 drives. Maybe drive number 3 here is where we see this offense get rolling. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Back to throw. Here's Purdy. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. It arrived as the ball did to break things up. And now it's 2nd down.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
Couldn't connect on first. It's 2nd down. Purdy gets this from the pistol. That throw finds Kittle. And that will not be enough for a 1st down.
I think the defense is still turned around looking for where the ball is. Because that QB and tight ends, they got that ball out in a hurry.
Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. They're going to try to pick it up with an option left. And it'll be brought down along the 25-yard line. It's a meager 2-yard gain, but that's enough to award them the first down.
Okay, you know me, I can't resist. I thought we might have needed the old Gene Steratore index card down there. Making a really close measurement to see if he got the first down or not. But in the end, well, the right call was made. He got just enough to move the chains.
First down throw by Purdy. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. Foye Oluokun with the pick.
Well, obviously not the cleanest game with now 2 interceptions, but here's the key. This is where mental toughness for a quarterback becomes so critical. And frankly, why some of the best QBs playing today have baseball in their background, because you flush your mistakes. Okay, you strike out, you throw an interception, but you got to go get it in that next series. Got to put these interceptions behind and press forward ahead.
Now the Jaguars getting set to go. And they're set up well inside of enemy territory. They've got a short field after that pick. They're set up at the 35 now. ETN gets it on the draw. And they limit the damage just a few yards on that gain. Brought down by Fred Warner. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Lawrence now off the play action. That one's complete right side. And he's going to be brought down at the 23-yard line. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a first down.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
And they bring him to a stop, but this run gets him into the red zone down to the 15. It's a solid 7-yard pickup on first down. Now they're going to have 2nd and 3.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
Now toss it to ETN. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
I don't mind that call on the early downs. Give that defense something to think about. You got the inside run between the tackles, and whether it's jet sweeps or a little swing pass, or in that case a toss, make sure you threaten to the outside.
3rd and just 2 to go. Now we give left side to Bigsby. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away. It's only 2 on the pickup, and it's an interesting call for them now on 4th down. Only a solitary field goal so far as we're through 1 quarter. Just 3-0 is our score. Back to Levi Stadium right after this. Back for the 2nd quarter. It's Jaguar football. Decision to make here. It's 4th and inches on the enemy side. They run it again with Bigsby. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs.
Come on now. Was there any doubt who they were going to go to right there? That was always going to be a run play. No problem converting on 4th.
They're out and set. 1st and 10. Now it's Lawrence. This one's caught. It's a Jacksonville touchdown. So, Brock, this offense looking sharp here in the first half as they extend their lead.
You know, and when things are going well, sometimes you really just get into a groove. And this is a unit that's putting the pieces together.
Cam Little to try the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Jaguars make it a 10-point ball game. All set for the kickoff. Little with the honors. This one's fielded at the 40-yard line. He's got a lane up past the 30. Coverage team tracks him down as the return reaches the 35. So here come the 49ers on offense. They now trail by double digits after that last score, Brock. It's 10-0 partway through here. The 49ers find themselves in a great spot to start this drive. 1st and 10 coming up. On the ground, this is Isaac Arindo. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. The rookie out of Colorado, the one to bring him down.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. McCaffrey running between the tackles. And the struggles from the last play carry into this one. This also just gets back to the line.
Job one of so many D tackles in this league is eat up space. Don't get moved off your spot. But the difference makers, they just not only eat the space, they eat those runners too.
Backfield is empty as they motion him outright. Escapes the pocket. He'll make a bid for it on the ground. And he'll be brought down a step or two shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a first down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
And he works his way for a gain of 4.
You know, Kate, these are some of the little hidden plays in a game, right? Doesn't look like a whole lot on the stat sheet, but A, it gets you good yardage. B, it sets up your play action. And C, most importantly, keeps that defense guessing.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Going run again with McCaffrey. And this is pushed ahead for a gain of 5. Devin Lloyd on the tackle. Give him 5 yards to bring up a manageable 3rd and 1.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
McCaffrey on 3rd down. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
It's after plays like these, Kate, I love to study the body language. What is that offense doing after getting stuffed inside on a run like that? And more importantly, how much does it energize that defense?
Thomas Morstead on the punt. And this will be his 2nd effort of the contest. And that's out. We're just waiting for the spots. They're going to say it cleared the sideline over top the 14. The Jaguars send running back Travis Etienne trotting back out to the field. And they should be well rested. They were only out there for one play last drive, and they found the end zone. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Back to throw. Here's Lawrence. Has him on the quick hitter.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Second down now, 7 to go. From the 17. That's taken in by Etienne. And he finds space for about a 3-yard gain. Tackle made by Jair Brown.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
And the 49ers in a nickel set. 3rd down coming. Lawrence looking to throw. He has the first over the middle. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
They've got 1st down from the 31. From the gun, Etienne gets it. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it stopped. Only 2 yards, and it brings up 2nd and 8.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get 1st downs against the better defenses in this league.
From the 33 on 2nd down. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Well, no look on his first look of the game. So now it's going to be 3rd and long.
I'm not sure if he was hearing footsteps or he just had a surprise break in concentration. It's so unusual at this level to see a drop pass unless there's a hit involved.
Throwing is Lawrence on 3rd down. Flushed out of the pocket. Oh, he's going to run for it. Decent gain here, but short of the 1st.
You know, Kate, they always say that QB clock, you know what it's more like? It's more like an alarm, especially in a situation like that. And it's a good thing he woke up to it, able to make something out of nothing and at least keep him moving forward.
Logan Cook on the punt. And he's getting the call for the 2nd time this game. And this one is away, and he got all of it and then some. Now out comes the San Francisco offense. They struggled to produce on that last series, but better results ahead as they take possession here. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, it's Purdy. Brought in by Ayuk. And he'll have it up to about the 23-yard line on the play.
You know, Kate, over the years, I have heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
2nd down now, 7 to go. Running back sent in motion. From the 23. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. One of the tight ends motioning right. On 3rd down, Purdy. Looking right, and he finds him. And he crosses the sideline a yard or two beyond, looks like the 30. A 9-yard gain and good for a first down.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of third downs just like that.
It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. On 1st and 10, it's McCaffrey. And he'll be met near the line to limit the gain to a yard. Stopped by Foye Oluokun. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
On 2nd down, here's McCaffrey. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. It'll be a gain of 5. They still need 4 on 3rd down.
You make that call to just give yourself a fighting chance on 3rd down, Kate. Take at least a little bite out of the big meal between them and the first down marker. And that should make this upcoming call a little less daunting.
3rd down from the gun. He's on the move. He's running with it. They get 13 on the pickup. And it brings up a San Francisco first down.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
1st and 10, ball set up at the 48. A give, left side to McCaffrey. And he's still looking for the play that sparks the ground game as that one stopped for a loss.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
Shotgun snap for Purdy. He throws a bullet deep to the right side. And that's going to be knocked away, incomplete.
You know, ball skills are not just a selling point for receivers entering the draft. Teams want defenders, especially in this day and age of the passing game, who can make plays on the ball, too, especially on these deeper throws. He doesn't swat that one away. We could be looking at a huge gain.
3rd and long for him here. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down.
Kate, I've seen a one-step drop. I've seen a 3, a 5, a 7. Some of the boots and play actions, you get more depth. But a 20-step drop? That's not going to cut it. Except for this defense, it just adds a whole bunch of negative yards to that play.
The 49ers are lined up in punt formation. Thomas Morstead will kick it away. And he's certainly been staying busy. Once again, he's out to punt and sends this flying. Jacksonville heading out there on offense. They didn't add to their lead last time out. They punted it away, but still ahead and able to add to it here. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Here's Etienne to begin the drive. And his drive up the middle gets him about 3. Brought down by Fred Warner. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7.
I know that may look like a whole lot of nothing burger on the stat sheet, but those are the kind of plays, that inside run, that you see creative play action come off of later in the game.
An option give here to Etienne. And he got it real close, but stopped just about a yard or so shy of that first down.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
Third down, Lawrence to throw. Rolling left, buying some time, and he'll get them enough for a first down.
Trust. Kate, it is such a big part of playing the quarterback position. Yeah, you got to trust you can make the right reads in the passing game, but sometimes these little runs that just get that first down, it gains further equity, further trust with your play caller, and most importantly, gives you a first down for the offense.
Now Lawrence on the play fake. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
In theory, Kate, that's exactly what complementary man coverage is supposed to look like. The DBs, well, they're sticky on the back end of it. The front end, that pass rush, it makes an impact. It gets home. But, of course, we know it's not that simple. It is really tough to lock down a full field for more than a second or two.
Back to the line they go. It's second down. Inside handoff goes to Etienne. And this play isn't a whole lot better. He gets back to the line, but no further.
When one defender failed, well, his buddy was there to swarm to the ball and make that play just as it gets to the line of scrimmage.
Defense looking to defend the marker on third down. Lawrence working from the gun. Oh, he put some heat on this deep. They connect on the deep shot. And he does quite a bit of damage before they finally take him down.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Down inside the 40 now with a first down following that last play. Out of the gun, Lawrence. It's his running back. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. In the third and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
After a good pickup, they've got second and 4. Fakes the handoff, now to throw. Pass is caught at the 9. And they're going to take this in for the Jacksonville touchdown. The Jaguars make it a 16-point ball game. Well, no doubt about it, Brock. That was a route they worked on in practice, and it manifested in a touchdown when the downs counted here.
And no doubt about it, Kate, you grew up watching and celebrating Jerry Rice running that exact route, didn't you?
Yes, sir. You know it. You know it.
He was so good at it. Every receiver could do it some of the time, but Jerry and the best of them, they do it all the time, just like that one right there.
On is Little for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Jaguars take a 3-possession lead. All set for the kickoff. Little with the honors. He fields it from the 8. In pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. The San Francisco offense headed out to take over. And things starting to get a little out of hand for him, Brock. That last score made it 17-zip. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. They'll start this one on the ground with McCaffrey. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you're going to be a Pro Bowler.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. They stick with McCaffrey. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
He easily had the yardage for a first, but he was hungry for a lot more. I think that tackle prevented something that was going to be a lot bigger than just a first down pickup.
Football on that 47-yard line, first down. Handoff headed left to McCaffrey. And this run doesn't quite reach enemy territory, tackled at midfield. He gets a couple on first, and they'll come up 2nd and 8.
You know, Kate, I like to call these body blows. Body blows. You got to be committed to running the football. Even if it doesn't move the chains, I guarantee you that wear and tear will pay dividends later.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. From the gun is Purdy. Pearsall there to grab it. And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And that's a 49er first down.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
That's brought in by Jennings. And he'll go out of bounds close to the 35-yard line. Second and 6 coming up here. Tight end going in motion here. From the 36. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And it brings up 3rd down. Ayuk put in motion left. Throwing on 3rd and long. Escapes the pocket. He's running for it. And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line.
Just not much to do right there, whether he wanted to run it or throw it. Even if he scraped a positive gain out of it, that's still a win for this defense.
Fourth down now, and on comes Jake Moody for the 49ers field goal. This a 52-yard attempt from the left hash. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And the gap closes to 14 points.
A lot of them may make it look automatic, but you get this deep, then those field goals are far from a certainty. It took all his concentration, every bit of his strength, to send that puppy through.
Out to kick it away. Here's Moody. Here's Parker Washington with the return. He stopped on the return at the 27. This offense headed back to the field, led by their receiver. And he finds himself across an important benchmark for yards this season after that last drive. He stayed pretty busy this season, and the numbers show just that. Only half a minute to go in our half. Let's see how they begin the drive. First and 10, it's Lawrence. He's on the move. Now here he goes. And he wisely avoids contact, sliding down there, and that played good enough for a first. One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. On 1st and 10, here's Lawrence. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. So that brings up 2nd down. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
And he takes it just inside the 40, down to the 39. Niners countering with a 5th defensive back on this 3rd down. From the shotgun, Lawrence. That one's cut along the left sideline. And he'll go out of bounds just short of the red zone. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
It was such a privilege for me to watch Marvin Harrison and Reggie Wayne in person in Indianapolis do their work. Darrell Jackson out in Seattle. They showed how great a deep out is as a chain-moving play. It's all about getting that leverage at the top of the route and then exploiting the leverage as that ball arrives on time downfield.
1st down throw, Lawrence. That's complete. Here's Brown. And they have this down to the 11 before being marked down. And there's the timeout from the offense. Just 4 seconds left to go. And that play, that should help them get some points here going into the half. Cam Little now to try the Jags field goal. He's hit once already. This is a short one, inside of 30 yards. The kick by Shudak is good. And that makes this a 3-score game.
Okay, one of the areas that kickers and quarterbacks are similar, they want to get into rhythm. And no better way to feel good and get into that rhythm than start a game 2 for 2 as a kicker.
Well, Brock, barring the touchback, this kickoff should run out the half, so better make that return good as it's away. From a couple of yards deep, this is going to come out. He's hauled down on what is the final play of our first half. So it's halftime, and the visiting Jaguars have played themselves to a nice little lead thus far. Now we're on to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman ready to bring us the EA Sports Halftime Report. All yours, Coach. Take it away.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Back to you and Brock in a bit. But first, time for our EA Sports Halftime Report. This was an extremely one-sided first half. One team showed up, ready to go. The other's been in a daze thus far. But there's still plenty of time left for this one to tighten up significantly.
All right, thank you, Coach. And we are back and about set to begin the second half. Out to kick it away. Here's Moody. Return coming from the 6. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. The Jaguars and Trevor Lawrence set to take over on offense once again. And this is some quality film review right here. Look at this. Couple of touchdowns. Good amount of yards, too. He's been moving them down the field like only he can. Putting together quite the game for himself in the process. They're out and set, 1st and 10. They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. Here's Etienne on 1st down. And he's into the front for a gain of about 2.
I think we got to be careful, and I'll raise my hand of thinking that play was just a nothing burger. Because what can happen from that, Kate, is he put some nice toppings on it. A play-action pass, a shot that comes down the road from what looked like a very plain play.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. ETN gets it on the draw. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
3rd and 10. Can this offense get it done? Lawrence throwing here. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
Hey, I'll be honest. I'll raise my hand. I think too often we just talk about quarterbacks. I don't know, maybe cornerbacks as well, of having a short memory and flushing bad plays. When in reality, Kate, it's an entire group more often than not. And for this defense to flush that performance, to flush this deficit, and know the only way you're going to come back is taking a baby step each and every play. And a sack like that goes a long ways towards that kind of focus.
The Jaguars into punt formation. And after that drive went backwards, he's going to send this one forward. He sends this away, and oh, this is going to be a field flipper. And he's getting nothing on that return. They wrap him up almost at the exact spot that he fielded that punt. Officially a 69-yard punt. What a kick. And the 49ers will go on offense. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Looking to throw, Purdy. An alert play defensively there. He got a hand on it to tip it away, and that makes it 2nd down.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. From the gun, McCaffrey. And they get him down after a solid gain up to the 31. They get about 4 there. Need a little more than that now on 3rd and 6.
When you don't have great success on 1st down, Kate, it's a little bit like a hitter in baseball falling behind in the count. And all you want to do as a hitter is get back to a fighting chance. Give yourself a better count. That play, well, it does the same here. Now a much more manageable and opportune 3rd down situation.
They're going to throw it on 3rd and long. And that's incomplete. He's going to wish he hung on to that pick there, but it's still going to bring up 4th down.
You feeling lucky? Well, do you? Well, he should, because the quarterback got away with one right there. That was an easy pick dropped by the defense.
Punt team on the field. And he's hoping for a well-placed strike. Kick is away, and this one might bring rain. Wow, what a kick. He has it at the 13. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. The Jacksonville offense back on the field now. And taking a look at these highlights, Brock, just a reminder of the type of game that they have had throwing the football. It really has been the key to their success.
Yeah, they've just not only stayed on schedule here, Kate. Man, they've made some music, right? Great rhythm.
Yeah.
Not just ahead of schedule, but huge plays have followed. We've seen a lot of different looks and wrinkles throughout this performance, and it's been a joy to watch.
And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Now give this up the middle to ETN. Good little rip there. Looks like about 6. Nick Bosa makes the stop. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
They send one of the tight ends in motion right. On 2nd down, it's ETN. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
You know, coach gets in that QB's headset, probably told his offense and his QB, listen, I don't want to see a third down on this possession, or something kind of like that. Whatever version he told him, it worked.
1st and 10 from the 41. Hands it to the receiver here in motion. Oh, look at this sweep. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line. The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
You know, you call that first down running play. You don't always expect to get those kind of yards, but they'll take that every single time.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. ETN again. And a couple of teammates combining there for the stop after just 1 yard.
The one thing I could say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. They go right back to ETN. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline and his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
Throwing is Lawrence on 3rd down. And oh, he missed over the middle there. Lucky that one didn't end up worse. That swatted away, incomplete.
You know, it's tough to succeed at linebacker in most defenses if you can't hold your own in coverage. They rely on you to break up throws just like that and take some of the stress off the secondary.
Jacksonville in punt formation. Logan Cook, the one to kick it away. Averaging a little under 50 a kick so far, Brock, as he gets away another one. The 49ers back on offense and set to take over. And the open lanes, the beautiful windows that he no doubt dreamt about before this game, Brock, well, they just haven't been there. It's almost like the defense challenged itself between the pass rush and the secondary. Who could make more big plays here?
Yeah, you're talking about the difference between the practice field and then the reality of this game. Sacks, interceptions. And while we won't be the final judge on which area this defense has been the biggest winner, we do know who the loser's been, the quarterback, who's had to deal with an excellent defensive showing.
Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. On the ground to begin the drive with McCaffrey. And they'll only let him get up to around the 28 before taking him down. 3 yards on the first down play, and that brings up 2nd and 7. Motioning him from the slot right. Working out of the gun, it's Purdy. Cut by Jennings. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. Give him 24 on that play. And it brings up a San Francisco first down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
1st and 10, ball set up at the 48. Back to throw, here's Purdy. Finding Pearsall. And he takes it just inside the 40, down to the 39. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. McCaffrey running between the tackles. And he's brought down for a loss.
Kate, it's amazing how fast these guys are on the field and how fast your fortunes can turn. 2nd and short run, you're feeling good about yourself. But with a negative play, well, now comes a critical 3rd down.
Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. Going run again with McCaffrey. And they take him down right along the 30. It's a pickup of 11. And that's a 49er first down.
You love a huddle? Kate, you really do. You love a huddle full of guys like this who just know how to keep the drive moving forward. There's some trust there that he's going to get the job done, and he's going to get another shot, I would guess, down the line.
First down, and they go right back to it. And he runs into a wall there. Multiple defenders ready to stop him cold at the line. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10.
When you rush the passer, it's kind of like tracking down a runner. That same pass, same athleticism comes to life. He looked pretty good hunting his prey right there.
They kick the running back in motion. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. They haven't found it easy to score in this one, Brock, and physicality just like that, a big reason why.
And it usually is, Kate. I love defensive coordinators when they say, hey, it's not just what you see, it's what you hear. And you could hear the physicality of that knocking the ball loose.
On 3rd down, Purdy. Into the hands of Kittle. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
Moody knocks it through. And the gap closes to 14 points.
Well, that's why they spend all the time on the practice field during the week. That kind of operation. Perfect rhythm, perfect timing, and a 2 for 2 for this kicker.
Out to kick it away. Here's Moody. That's going to be taken in at the 8. And this drive will start inside the 25. The Jaguars ready for their next series. Led out on offense by their quarterback. And on that last drive, Brock, he crossed a notable threshold in passing yards for the season. Always nice when you can reach one of those plateaus to look back on after the year's over. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. On the run, it's ETN. He's forward, gets a couple of yards. Brought down by Fred Warner. 2 on the pickup there, and it's going to be 2nd and 8.
Well, Kate, a 2-yard run on 1st down, I think that keeps you ahead of schedule, but you're going to have to pick up the pace.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Out of the gun, a give to ETN. Hits a seam at the 40. And he gets it forward to the 43-yard line. That play good for 17 and a 1st down.
Ooh, I like that. I really like that execution to move the chains. Now that 3rd down call that they had ready, well, they can stick it right back in their pocket for a later occasion.
Let's see how they attack this 1st down, Brock, from the 43. Lawrence now off the play action. It's incomplete. Should have been a catch downfield, but off his hands and to the ground it goes. Looking for his wide receiver there. So 2nd down coming up.
Man, with how hard it is, Kate, to get these plays down the field, you can't let the coverage off the hook with a drop. Just can't happen. But you're going to see it right here. He saw the open space ahead of him and started running before he ever brought the ball fully in.
And in a rarity today, he stopped at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and they still need 10 now on 3rd down.
These linebackers of today, they are so quick. They're so twitchy. You don't get a body on them in a hurry, they're going to stick you right at the line of scrimmage.
This drive in jeopardy. Here's a 3rd and 10. Off the play fake, he's going to throw. He put everything he had into this one. He's got it deep downfield. Pokes it in for the Jacksonville touchdown. The Jaguars make it a 3-possession game. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just got to ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
Now, when you run that fly route, you got to win right from the jump. And you got to protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up, and you can find pay dirt.
On is Little for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Jaguars stretch their lead to 21. All set for the kickoff. Little with the honors. Fielded at the 7. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. Now this offense ready to head back out. They're down 21 now after that last score and in need of a comeback as we work through this game. They're out and set. 1st and 10. Shotgun snap for Purdy. He'll get this complete to Jennings. And he's going to go out of bounds. Looks a little short of the 35. Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. Shotgun, handoff to McCaffrey. He gets it ahead, winds up with about 3. Stopped by Foye Oluokun. Third and just 2 to go. Trying to get it with the option here. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
It's easy for me to say up here in the friendly confines of the booth, Kate, but that was not the right read. And you hate seeing him absorb yet another hit at the end of the play. You never want him taking unnecessary shots throughout this game.
Punting unit out now. And he's going to do the honors for the 4th time today. And this one is crushed. Wow, beautiful punt here. That is going to go for 60 plus. And he gets him out of the deep part of their half. This is out across the 20. The visitors returning their offense and this running back to the field. And his production is carried over into this 2nd half. He keeps on running well even with the workload they placed upon him. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. And he gets him around 6 there. Tackle made by Jair Brown. He managed 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4.
Hey, that's a pretty modest pickup for a QB keeper. On a traditional handoff, you'll take that yardage, but those QB keepers, so many times, they're really designed, Kate, for chunk plays in mind, double digits. And they nearly got it there.
2nd and 4. And pass caught by Strange. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. Putting a receiver in motion. Out of the gun, Lawrence. Got him, man. It's Thomas. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a 24-yard gash, and it gives them the first down.
Man, I love that effort, adding as much as possible to that catch while earning the first down. That's called yards after catch, and it's what coaches want from all their pass catchers on the roster.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. From the gun, ETN gets it. And he'll get this down to the 40. Only 2 yards, and it brings up 2nd and 8. Now Lawrence on the play fake. Bails out of the pocket quick. He's on the move. And this is down to the 28 before the defense halts it. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
When a play breaks down, every once in a while, you got to be able to make a play with your legs. His offense counts on that ability to evade pressure and occasionally make plays just like that one.
They're now set for 1st and 10. Now Lawrence has him on the quick hitter. And they get this down to the 12-yard line before being stopped. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you planned for, and you go out and execute.
A new set of downs forthcoming. It's 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. And that one's incomplete, but boy, are they lucky it wasn't intercepted. That was a risky shot, but fortunately, they still have 2nd down coming up.
Oh, that was such an opportunity lost. They were looking for a way out without giving up any points on the series. And instead, well, he just couldn't quite hang on.
Inside handoff goes to ETN. And he'll push them down to the 6-yard line. 6 yards the pickup there. That's going to bring up 3rd and 4.
The humble 5 to 6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means, but one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. Lawrence working from the gun. It's a 6-yard gain. That sets up 1st and goal.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Going jumbo set on this 1st and goal. ETN does not score. They not only stop him, they backed him up a couple of yards.
You know, Kate, during draft season, I was talking to an NFL GM, and he said, you know what, in time, we're going to realize tackles for loss are just as big a deal as sacks. Sacks get so much of the popularity. Tackles for loss, when you knock that offense backwards, I promise you, in time, we'll be keeping a closer eye on plays like that one.
Toward the side of the end zone, but that one's incomplete. Tough to blame him for that drop, Brock. Even if it would have been a touchdown, that was a great effort defensively, timing that hit, keeping them from hitting the end zone.
Reaction and burst. You get in the red zone defensively, you'll hear it all the time. You cannot wait. You've got to react, and then you got to burst. And that defender does a tremendous job of breaking that pass up with contact.
And he scores. It's a Jacksonville touchdown. The Jaguars lengthen the lead at the end of the 3rd. Trevor Lawrence with the touchdown. Great play by the QB there, Brock. The play broke down. He didn't have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise. And in the end, turned out to be the best call he could have made.
It is such a necessary tool in today's NFL for that QB to put right in his tool belt, Kate. You know, in my day, you could be a blacksmith, right? You just do the job and stay in the pocket. Not anymore. You got to be an artist. And you got to be an artist that can create when things break down. And that's big time to get a touchdown out of it as well.
Little tacks on the extra point. And the Jaguars continue piling on to this lead. All set for the kickoff. Little with the honors. Returning it from the 4. He stopped on the return at the 27. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. They'll start this one on the ground with McCaffrey. And he'll have a small 4-yard chunk there. Devin Lloyd on the tackle. Thankfully, only 1 quarter to play now. We've reached the end of 3 in this lopsided affair. It's 49ers football as we enter the 4th of what's been a largely one-sided game. Second and 6 coming up here. From the gun is Purdy. On the move, headed right. Oh, he was on the move, but so was the defense, and they take him down. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
As much as we talk about offenses wanting to stay ahead of the chains, they want to stay on script. Well, a defense, they want to rip that script up. And a sack like that, creating 3rd and extra longs, it's exactly how you get it done.
This drive in some serious trouble. It's 3rd and 12. Purdy looking to throw. As the open man downfield. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. It's a 31-yard play. And it brings up a San Francisco 1st down. Purdy to throw it. Hits his running back. And they make this stop, we're going to say at about the 37-yard line.
These intermediate gains, that's the wheelhouse for these two to connect on. Start the series off well, and it sure keeps the defense on its toes in case they try to load up and just simply cover the receivers.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. From the 37. He's got it at the 5. Touchdown, San Francisco. Well, Brock, this one has not been good to them so far, but they are still fighting and able to get in there for 6.
Just a drive that was all about scratching and clawing. As much as anything, Kate, it was just a pride drive to go and get your job done.
Jake Moody on for the PAT. Right down the middle, it's good. And the 49ers cut the lead by a quarter, down now to 21. Out to kick it away. Here's Moody. Here's a return from the 7. He stopped on the return at the 27. The visitors are being led back out there on offense by their quarterback. And like we've seen from him before, Brock, he got a good game going early through the air and kept the pressure up from then on. He's still taking it to him now as we work through this second half. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Here's ETN to begin the drive. And he's able to maneuver this up past the 30. Give him 4 that time, so 6 to go on 2nd down.
They'll come away happy getting that type of output on most run plays. It's a sign, well, they're getting some good push up front, and this running back is seeing the lanes and paying them off.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Now a give to ETN running right. And not a lot of room for him as he's brought down. Give him 2 on the run. That's going to set him up with 3rd and 4. Running it here with ETN. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. Pick up a 5 on that play. And that'll be good for a Jacksonville 1st down.
I don't know what it is, Kate, but I love 3rd down runs. I really do. I know the receivers don't always like it because money down, they want the ball. But a 3rd down run for a 1st down can be so demoralizing to that defense.
Going to the ground again on 1st. And he's able to drive up past the 40. Halfway there on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Fans love the long ball in baseball. It's like they got the home run derby. But you know what? Talk to managers, and they will tell you small ball can win, too. Singles and doubles, you add them up, you could win a lot of baseball games. Football coaches will tell you get runs of that length. It may not be a home run. It may not score points, but it can do some serious damage.
And he's officially in enemy territory now. They're going to give him the opposing 49. It's a pickup of 9 yards. And that's a Jaguar 1st down.
You know, Kate, these are not the plays that are like bold in the stat sheet when you look back on it. But these are the kind of gains by the running back that keep the offense on schedule and move the chains.
Here's ETN on 1st down. And he's going to be bottled up after taking it down to the 43. 1st down play nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5. A give up the gut to Bigsby. And not much doing. He stopped quickly. 2 yards on the pickup, and that leaves him with 3rd down and 3. Throwing off the play fake here. Complete beyond the marker. And he runs this to the 25 before being brought down. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on a defense.
To the line we go. They're set. 1st and 10. Now he'll throw off the play fake. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
That play is so impressive on so many levels. Not just because it saves a touchdown, Kate. He had to time that perfectly to knock it free without drawing a flag or let him establish possession for the score. That is so, so good.
Lawrence trying again on 2nd. He's got Brown on the slant. And he gets this forward to the 19.
good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason this is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
3rd and 4 coming up now. Man in motion, headed right. He has the first over the middle. And they're going to take this in for the Jacksonville touchdown. The Jaguars keep adding to that 4th quarter lead. Brian Thomas Jr., the touchdown. Well, Brock, not much to say other than the fact that this offense on point. They are just clicking today.
Just rolling. I mean, this is clinic. This is what I call teaching tape. Being well prepared and, more importantly, going out there and executing at a high level.
On is Little for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Jaguars grow their lead yet again. All set for the kickoff. Little with the honors. This return starts at the 5. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Now outruns their offense to take over. And all game they have struggled to attack this deficit. Maybe they can do a little window dressing here. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, it's Purdy. That's brought in by Jennings. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
I don't care how good a secondary you are, how loaded you are with talent. When you've got time to allow a receiver to work from one side of the field all the way to the other versus zone coverage, well, you're going to make a defense pay.
Purdy on 1st down. Completed over the middle. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They pick up 20 yards there. And that's a 49er 1st down.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack them, only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Running back sent in motion. Escapes the pocket. He's stepping up and takes off with this one. Give him 15 yards on the pickup there. And it brings up a San Francisco 1st down.
I can tell you what, that was the goal from the moment he took off. Kept his eyes locked on the chains and made sure he set them up with a new set of downs. Well done.
A new set of downs awaits him. Here's 1st and 10. Trying to throw here out of the gun. Cut by Jennings. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And that will set up 1st and goal. Shotgun handoff to Garindo. Hits the end zone for the San Francisco touchdown. The 49ers putting up points in a game decided. Isaac Garindo with the touchdown. Those defensive coaches got to be hot, Brock. That was a touchdown that shouldn't have happened. That tackle should have ended it.
You try bringing down one of these NFL running backs in, Miss Kate.
Okay, touche, partner.
They see that goal line. They smell that goal line. It is no sure thing to try to bring down one of those horses before they find pay dirt.
Moody knocks that extra point through. And the 49ers cut the lead by a quarter, down now to 21. Down by 3 scores, their hand is forced. They're going to try the onside kick here. And this is covered by the Jaguars. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop. Well, I guess they kind of had to do it here, Brock.
Yeah, it's called a have to. Yeah, kind of have to at this point in the game, huh?
Okay, but like most things in this game, it did not work out for them.
Yeah, let's face it. Even if they do recover that, probably not going to find a way to win. But this is a time where you work on things, where you do build to the following week. Got to find a way to flush this because it's just not been their kind of game.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. They'll give this up the middle to ETN. And he pushes forward, but they don't get much there. He gets a couple on 1st, and they'll come up 2nd and 8. ETN again. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. A couple yards on the run. It's 3rd and 6 now. From the shotgun, Lawrence. Short pass brought in. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
They've got 1st down from the 31. Here's ETN on the give. And he's able to manage a couple on that run.
If there's ever a play we can call garden variety in the NFL, I think we just saw it right there. That's an uneventful run and a pretty sound stop there defensively.
8 yards to go. Well, let's see how they approach this 2nd down. And the receiver's going to take this one on the jet sweep. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Hey, look, in the right situation, you catch a team off guard. Well, this could be a tremendous play for some big yards. But in the wrong situation, you get hit in the mouth right behind the line of scrimmage.
Drive in dire straits. It's 3rd and 9. Here's Lawrence to throw. ETN on the catch. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
It's plays like that, Kate, right, wrong, where I sit and judge a defense. I judge the awareness. I judge how well that coordinator's got him equipped to see what's going on the field, and not just see it, but attack it. And they devoured that screen game on 3rd down.
The kick by Shudak is good. And the advantage now sits at 24.
Yet another shot across the bow of a ship that's already sinking here, Kate. He could have made that field goal. Heck, he could have turned around and kicked it directly at his coach because it feels like they've got this one in hand.
All set for the kickoff. Little with the honors. Fielded at the 7. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. The 49ers headed back out on offense as we get another look at Brock Purdy. And this defense, boy, just beyond frustrated this late in the game. How's a group supposed to deal with him as a passer, Brock, and dedicate the resources needed to slow down this type of day on the ground, too? All right, one more snap before the 2-minute warning. First down throw by Purdy. Oh, no, they get him yet again. Foye with the pick. First and 10 from the 41. Up the middle they go with Bigsby. And they bring him down. Looks like he got it to the 27. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great blocking to spring them. Guys hitting blocks downfield, and a back who can show off his wheels.
This is Etienne. And he'll only find 1 yard up the gut. Second down.
Okay, this is why you got to be careful to just run it always on first down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan, well, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. They go right back to Etienne. And he's brought down for a loss.
These defensive ends today are so good, Kate, with their hands, and it's often right off the jump. If you can win with your hands, if you can create space, you can get a tackle behind the line of scrimmage.
Wonder what's in the playbook here as they come up on 3rd and 11. So the Jaguars, the visitors in this one, but they take home the win. And this is a game that proves every Pee Wee and Pop Warner and high school coach across the country correct, Brock. Teams who make fewer mistakes and turnovers gonna win a lot of football games. They kept the football, they forced a couple of turnovers, and that was a big part of the difference in this one. So that'll do it for this one. With Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. It's a win for the Jaguars, as we'll see you next time from Santa Clara.